Hello guys, it's goldiex here and welcome to Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, the second installment in the Uncharted franchise. I love this game. This game is a huge leap compared to Uncharted 1. I thought this game improved everything about Uncharted. This game has much better characters, much better story, much more action going on. I thought this game was a huge leap forward compared to Uncharted 1. This game's even been said as many people's favourite game in the Uncharted franchise. It may not necessarily be my favourite, but I still think this game is amazing regardless. So if we start a new game, and let's start a new game, let's go normal, and let's start the main game. I remember when I first saw this game on YouTube, this game blew my mind. I did not tell half of what I saw, for I knew I would not be believed. Marco Polo on his deathbed, 1324.
What's going on? That's my blood. That's my blood. It's a lot of my blood.
What a way to start off a game. Chapter 1, A Rock and a Hard Place. Out of the Uncharted trilogy on PS3, this was actually the last Uncharted I played. I played Uncharted 1 first, then I played Uncharted 3. But I remember seeing loads of gameplay of Uncharted, and I saw the beginning of the game and I thought, wow, I need this game. I saw how the game started off and I thought, wow, this game really starts off great. At the start it just makes you think, what the hell is going on? It just makes you want to play the game more and more. Honestly, this game never gets boring from start to finish. I thought this game was literally action-packed all the way through. This game always kept me engaged all the way through. I thought this game was a massive improvement over Drake's Fortune. In many ways. I thought the gameplay-wise, the gameplay mostly remains the same. But one thing the game has massively improved is like the jumping and climbing and all that. I thought this game massively improved that. I would hate to be in Drake's situation right now. I think everybody would. The jumping and climbing has been majorly improved in this game, because in Uncharted 1 sometimes Drake would make a jump and he would fail to make the slightest little jump sometimes, and it can be quite annoying. I think the game used a different engine, I believe, to create this, and I think Uncharted used a different engine to Uncharted 1. Naughty Dog improved the jumping mechanics massively. I thought this game was so much better to play through as a result of that. This game introduces new characters as well, and honestly, there is literally one villain in this game. He is much more memorable than all the villains in Uncharted Drake's Fortune put together. The villains in Uncharted 1 were a bit boring and bland, and they were very forgettable. They weren't really great villains. The main antagonists in this game, well, there are two antagonists. Both antagonists are very memorable from start to finish, and it just makes this game have a much better story than Uncharted 1. Uncharted 1's story wasn't bad, but compared to Uncharted 2, it really does feel like such a small story in comparison. The scale of this game is huge. And this game is easily regarded as a huge PlayStation classic, and it definitely is in my eyes. I remember when I first saw this on YouTube, the first half of this game, I was like, wow, I really need to get this game. I had Uncharted 1 and 3, but not Uncharted 2, so I was quite desperate to buy this game. Eventually I did get my hands on it, and boy was I not disappointed.
Buy me a drink, sailor.
Harry Flynn? Hey! What the hell are you doing here?
I'm looking for you, mate.
Uh-oh. Should I be flattered or worried?
Maybe a bit of both. Come here. I've got a job for us.
Really?
The client is willing to part with a huge sum of cash if we acquire a certain object for him.
All right, I'm listening.
Now, you're not gonna like this.
Oh, no. No, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, you just hear me out for a second.
Flynn, we both know two people who were killed trying to lift something out of this
And
place.
one who made it out.
Yeah, barely.
I can't do this without you, Drake. You're the only one who's cracked it, and you know better than anyone it's a two-person job.
No. 3, actually.
Right. And speak of the devil, here she comes now.
What?
Chloe Frazer.
Nate. Drake. Nathan. Drake.
Hello, Harry.
Chloe here's one of the best drivers in the business. She'll take good care of us.
I bet.
Right, look. I've got it all figured out. We go in through the sewer.
Loving it so far.
That puts us in the courtyard. From there, we scale up the wall, run across the rooftops, and just drop down into the exhibit hall. Bob's your uncle. And what is worth all this trouble, I hear you ask?
I didn't, but go ahead. But that's it. An oil lamp.
Yeah.
It's worthless. I don't get it.
Neither do we. That's why we tracked you down.
Well, it sounds like you're working for a nutcase. Some collector who's got too much time and money on his hands. And by the way, this is not worth any of it.
But there's more. How's your 13th century Latin, mate?
Where'd you get this?
Borrowed it from the files of the nutcase.
In Trebizond, we were set upon by thieves. Father, Maffeo, and I were robbed of our greatest treasures. This was written by Marco Polo.
Yes, that much we were able to work out.
Unfortunately, the rest of it's nonsense.
Hey, hold on. So that it should not fall into the wrong hands, I concealed my great sorrow in the unlikeliest place. The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
See what I mean? It's just gibberish.
He's talking about the lost fleet.
Yeah.
I know, someone want to fill me in?
Marco Polo leaves China with 600 passengers and 14 ships, loaded down with treasure from Kublai Khan. And he lands in Persia a year and a half later, with only 1 ship left and only 18 passengers. Now, he recorded every detail of his journey, but he never told what happened to all those ships and the passengers.
So somewhere out there are 13 ships loaded with the Emperor's treasure waiting to be found.
Yeah, and that is what your client is after. Hey, look at this lamp. It's covered in Mongolian script. It must have been a gift from Kublai Khan.
The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
Marco Polo hid something inside this lamp. Something that pinpoints the site of the lost fleet.
So, we're dicking this guy over, right?
Damn straight.
Absolutely. You in then?
What the hell? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? When I got back to this part of the game, I was wondering what really went wrong for things to end up this badly. Where is Harry Flynn and Chloe Frazer in all this? Anyway, there's a little treasure up here. I remember being a little treasure up here. Let's go pick it up. There are way more treasures to collect in this game, by the way, as well. There's about 100 in this game. It's my first treasure. Let's have a look at it. Wrathful Deity Statue. 1 out of 100. I'm not going to go for every single treasure. We'll definitely pick up the ones we find. I'm not going to go for every single one of them, though. I've got no weapon whatsoever. We never know. There could be some people around here. This is more of the train wreck. When we go after that lamp as well, that leads to such an awesome heist, stealthy heist in the game. Honestly, one of my favourite moments in the Uncharted series. I love that part of the game. Drake lost a lot of blood. How can he be even walking slightly? And there's another treasure here? Another one. Another, I can't pronounce the first word, something statue. Okay, so which way do I go from here? Ah, this, hang on, what's this? I so wish I was on that island right now, wherever Drake was on in the cutscene. I wish I was there right now rather than this dump. I mean, this is cold weather. This is the sort of weather I don't like. I'd much rather be in the sunshine, on the sand.
Of course it's locked. It's always locked.
Luckily, we found a gun, though. I just hope no one heard that gunshot. I just hope there's not many people around here searching this train wreck. Oh, there is someone here. That was close.
Armor's a bitch.
Clearly Drake pissed some people off before this. Okay, which way do I go from... Oh, up here perhaps? Perhaps I do go up here. I just hope we're away from the train wreck now. Drake needs to find somewhere to rest up. Or someone that can patch him up at least. That looked painful.
Hello. Well, so much for foreplay.
You mind telling me what the hell is going on?
You mean with Flynn?
Yeah, you might have warned me.
And missed the look on your face? Anyway, you haven't exactly made yourself easy to find.
Talk about making yourself easy.
Oh, you're not jealous. Let's not forget who walked out on whom. After all, you don't get to be jealous.
Wait a minute, Chloe.
If it makes you feel any better, my relationship with Flynn is strictly professional.
Really?
Mostly professional.
Oh,
When I figured out he was actually on to something, I thought you'd want to be in on the action.
so what's the plan?
Just like we said, we pull the heist, we find the ships, and we make off with the treasure.
With Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
And then?
And then we split the take 3 ways, and you and I just disappear. Together, this time.
I see.
Until then, he can't know about us.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
I bet those two had a thing back in the day. So many flashbacks. When I first played this game I thought, what the hell is going on? But as you play through the game it definitely begins to make sense, trust me. This game does play a bit like Sly 3, this game is a bit of a flashback kind of game. It starts like a bit of a flashback at the beginning, but you make your way up to the events of the train wreck and what really happened. I still got my pistol, that's good. How is Drake still standing up there? I would have knocked myself out when that piece of the train crashed into me. I don't know how Drake is not even knocked out cold. He probably was for a couple of minutes, I think.
sure you're up for this?
Feel a lot better if I had a gun. We won't need them. A little insurance, that's all.
Flynn, they're just museum guards. And we have their patrols all mapped out. Relax.
Relax. Relax. Have you ever been in a Turkish prison, mate? If we get caught, they will lock us up and throw away the sodding key. You do realise that, don't you?
Better than you do.
Well, you may fancy that kind of thing, but I don't. Can't afford to make any mistakes.
Yeah, and we won't.
We're here.
This way. So what do we do if they switch the patrols?
Figure it out as we go.
We cannot fumble our way through this.
I don't fumble, I improvise.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, I'm, adaptable.
Adaptable.
You cocky bastard. There. What did I tell you? That passage there is going to take us right under the museum.
You called it all right.
You need to have a little more faith in me, chum.
Okay, this one here is me.
All right, remember, that tower's our only way into the exhibit. But we can't even get close with those floodlights on.
We've gone over this.
Just make sure you cut the power by the time we reach the second courtyard.
The lights will be out. I'll have the van waiting at the rendezvous point. Just make sure you get your asses out of there in time.
Fair enough.
All right, enough chat. Let's do this.
Chloe. See you on the other side.
Looking forward to it.
Sure you know where you're going?
Don't I always?
Chapter 2, Breaking and Entering. I love this chapter when we get to sneak in the museum. I love this part of the game. Probably my favourite part of the game, actually, I'm not going to lie. Okay guys, I'm going to end the episode off here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe, and keep updated with all the Uncharted 2 Among Thieves episodes uploaded to my channel. And next episode, we'll pull off a little museum heist to get our hands on that little lamp. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching. This is goldiex, and I'm out.